Bernice Talaferro here. Welcome back to the Psalm 42 Gathering Place. Last session, our message came from Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, in his image and likeness. There we discovered a powerful truth. You were created to be before you were ever called to do. Before Adam fulfilled a purpose, before he carried out an assignment, before he accomplished anything, he already bore the image of God. Identity came first. But as I continued reading Genesis, I realized the story didn't stop there. Genesis 1 reveals his image. Genesis 2 begins to reveal his likeness. As I read, my mind was drawn to a passage that has sparked debate among believers for centuries. And it's in the book of James. And it's James 2:18. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds. For many people, that sounds like contradiction. If identity comes before works, then why does James place such importance on works? If we are saved by grace, then why does James spend so much time talking about what we do? As I continued reading Genesis, I began to see something I had never noticed before. Perhaps James wasn't talking about earning identity. Perhaps he was talking about expressing it, because Genesis reveals something remarkable about God. The God in whose image and likeness we were created worked. And if we were created in his likeness, what does that reveal about the character we are created to reflect? In Genesis 1:28, God gives humanity purpose. He says, be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Have dominion. And for years, people have asked the question, what is my purpose? But as I continued reading Genesis, I began to wonder if we may be asking the wrong question. Because when I arrived at Genesis chapter 2, verses 1 through 3, I noticed something I had never really stopped to consider before. It says, thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. And by the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it, God rested. Now, that may not seem significant at first glance, but think about it. Why would God rest if he had not worked? Rest is evidence that work has taken place. And if we are created in his image and according to his likeness, then work is not merely something we do. Work is part of what it means to reflect him. The first picture Scripture gives us of God is not a God sitting still. It is a God creating, a God building, a God organizing, a God speaking, a God establishing, and a God bringing order out of chaos. And after his work was complete, he rested. That means work was present before sin. Many people associate work with the curse, but Genesis tells a different story. Difficulty entered after the fall. Frustration entered after the fall. Sweat entered after the fall. But work existed before any of those things. Work is not a curse. Work is part of the design. And that led me to another realization. Purpose and mission are not the same thing. Purpose is universal. Mission, that's individual. Purpose answers the question, why was humanity created? Mission answers the question, how will I personally fulfill that purpose? Humanity's purpose was established in Genesis. We were created to reflect God in the earth, every single one of us. Not just pastors, not just prophets, not just people standing behind pulpits. All of us. The teacher reflects him by teaching. The nurse reflects him by serving and healing. The business owner reflects him by building and creating. The artist reflects him through creativity. The coach reflects him by helping people discover who they are as far as life coaching. And the parent reflects him through nurturing and guiding the next generation. The missions are different, but the purpose is the same. Purpose is not your assignment. Purpose is your reason for being. Your assignment is simply the vehicle through which purpose travels. I'll say that again. Purpose is not your assignment. Purpose is your reason for being. Your assignment is simply the vehicle through which purpose travels. This is why so many people become frustrated. They spend years searching for purpose when what they're really searching for is mission. Their purpose was settled in Genesis. Their mission is what they are still discovering. The purpose remains the same. Reflect God in the earth. The mission changes from person to person, sometimes season to season. And then we arrive at Jesus, the perfect image of God. If anyone ever fully reflected the Father, of course it was Christ. Yet listen to what he said in Mark 10:45. The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve. Think about that. The King came working. The Creator came serving. The one through whom all things were made came to give his life for others. His mission was unique. No one else could die for the sins of humanity. No one else could accomplish what he came to do. But the way he fulfilled that mission was by perfectly reflecting the nature of the Father. From Genesis to Christ, the pattern never changes. God works. Man is created in his image. Man is given work. Christ comes as the perfect image of God. Christ serves. The kingdom advances through service. And maybe that is why so many people are exhausted. They are trying to skip the work and go straight to the rest. But God modeled a different order. Identity, purpose, mission, work, rest. Identity tells us who we are. Purpose tells us why we exist. Mission reveals how we express that purpose. Work is where mission becomes visible. And rest is what follows faithful labor. So perhaps the question is not, what is my purpose? Perhaps the better question is, how has God designed me to reflect him in the earth? Because your purpose was established before you were born. And your mission is the unique way he chose for you to live it out. And when your mission and your identity come into alignment, work no longer feels like striving. It becomes worship. It becomes service. It becomes the visible expression of God, whose image you carry. Perhaps purpose is not your assignment. Purpose is to reflect God. Your mission is the unique way he chose for you to do it. And when purpose and mission collide, they come together. That's destiny being fulfilled. Destiny is not a destination. It's part of the journey. But there is one more piece. Destiny. Many people think destiny is a destination, a place they arrive, a title they achieve, a platform they reach, a certain amount of money, a ministry, a position, a promotion. But Scripture paints a different picture. Destiny is not a destination. Destiny is the ongoing fulfillment of purpose through mission. Destiny happens every time purpose and mission come together. Think about Jesus. Was his destiny the cross? No, the cross was part of his mission. His destiny was fulfilled every day he perfectly reflected the Father in the earth. Every miracle he performed, every teaching, every act of compassion, every moment of obedience, every step toward Calvary. Destiny was unfolding. Not waiting, not someday, not eventually. It was happening in real time. The same is true for us. When a teacher teaches what God created them to teach, destiny is unfolding. When a nurse serves with compassion and excellence, destiny is unfolding. When a parent raises a child with wisdom and love, that's destiny unfolding. When an artist creates, when a coach empowers, when a builder builds, when a minister serves, destiny is unfolding. Not because they have arrived somewhere, but because purpose and mission are working together. Perhaps we have spent too much time chasing destiny and not enough time walking in it. Because destiny is not a destination. It is part of the journey. It is the continual expression of God's purpose through your unique mission in this earth. Identity tells you who you are. Purpose tells you why you are, why you exist. And mission reveals how we express that purpose in the world. Work is where mission becomes visible. And destiny is what happens when purpose and mission come together. And rest is the reward of a life faithfully lived. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you next time in the book of Genesis, right here at the Psalm 42 Gathering Place. God bless you.